Hi there, I'm Mario from OutPower. The next few minutes I'm going to teach you how to use a JavaScript library with OutSystems. So without any further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so the library that we will be bringing over to our OutSystems application will be Type.js. This is a text animation library. You can check out its Github page. As you can see, it has been updated recently, and so be sure to get out the latest version. It also has a very extensive documentation. So a while ago I picked up this library myself and did this small application where we can test it out. So, test, another test, final. So we have 3 strings. Let's step the text speed to 200 milliseconds, the back speed to 100 milliseconds. Let's use the underscore as a cursor, smart backspace, and loop. Render. There we go, it's working. We have created a new app. In this application we'll create a WebBlock that we will set up as public, so that it can be referenced by the other web apps. So let's start by creating the WebBlock. So we'll add a new WebBlock. There we go. Type.js. Now, previously, I've already unzipped the Type.js library, and you can find the library inside of the lib folder. Let's open the content. Okay, let's select all of it, and let's set it in here in the WebBlock JavaScript. So when you reference, you will always have access to the library itself. You can see it's all in. Okay, so our JavaScript is now in our WebBlock, but that is not sufficient. We need to trigger the JavaScript to create the animation for the text in our web pages. To do that, let's drag in an expression, open it, go to Logic, OutSystems UI Web, JavaScript, use the method encapsulate JavaScript. This method will create the start and end tags of the script. Add in double quotation marks. Now, if we go to the web page of the library, if you remember, there will be examples on how we trigger the animations. Let's pick up this one here, because it has an array of strings that we use in the animation. Let's copy, paste. Okay, it's still not ready, we still need to do some stuff. As you can see here, it's looking for the type2 ID. We don't have a type2 ID in our page, so, or most likely, if we have, it will be always triggering to that one. So to do it properly, let's add an element ID as an input, replace the type2 ID with quotation marks, plus plus, element ID. Now, with this, the animation will be applied to the specific ID that we pass through the input. Let's leave the array as it is. We have the hashtag, seems alright. Let's not forget, our expression at the moment is escaping the content, so that means that this won't be executed and will be presented as a text. Let's change that to no, so that this is executed as JavaScript. Let's create a test page. And now, let's drag in a container, give it a name, drag in our newly created WebBlock. It's asking for the element ID. Let's pass in the ID of the container. Okay, that should be it. Let's test out. Run. Okay, open in browser. There we go. Our animated text. So let's customize our WebBlock a little bit further so that we can specify which messages appear in the look and feel of our WebBlock so that we can identify it in the middle of our code. Now to do that, let's go back to our WebBlock. Let's start off by not leaving this as an expression and giving it a name of the sorts, script, to identify that it is a script that's being run. Let's add an image. I already had prepared an image previously, which has a size of 22 by 22 pixels. So we open it. There we go. Let's enclose our script in an if. And set the condition to false. Okay, why did I do this? I did this because the true statement will always be rendered on our pages. But what we really wanted to be executed is the script bit, so false. That way it will always go to false. But when we are at our web page, we identify our web block by our icon. Okay, let's do some more customizing to our web block. As we can see here, the strings is a comma-separated array of strings. We can do something similar. We can have an input, and we call it text array. Instead of receiving this, we do something similar to our element ID. Now we can specify which text is animated in our elements. Let's also do the same thing for these options here. So okay, we have all our variables in. Let's just verify the types. This should be Boolean, Boolean, not speed, but integer and similar integer. Now what we need to do is replace those values here, again, in a similar manner as previously. And that should be the last one of it. Okay, this should be the last one also. So now we need to pass in the values in our test page. Like previously, test, another test, final test. Let's just confirm. Okay, as we can see here, they need to be separated by a comma and single quotation marks wrapping the text that we want to put in our array. So let's do that. Again, for testing purpose, let's put 200, 100, fade out, through, looping, let's set it to true too. Debug. Okay, our debug is ready. Let's open a new page. Something went wrong. Let's verify this with the developer tools. True is not defined. If you can check, true is being written with a capital T. In our initial example, it was a lower t. Easy enough to fix. Let's go back to our WebBlock and edit our expression. Let's use the to lower. Okay. One more try. And here we have it. Our JavaScript library is now animating our text. There are more options that you can bring into our WebBlock that will trigger different types of animations, but I'll leave that to you guys. Hope you have enjoyed our tutorial. Now you should be able to port the JavaScript library into OutSystems. Well, that is all for today. Please join us next time for more tutorials by OutPower.